Welcome back everyone, it's EvanWho's57 here. We are back on Halo 5 Guardians, of course on the Xbox One, and today I'm doing this as a live stream, so hopefully some of you will join, comment, have fun, but we will be doing a solo legendary run. I do have one skull active, which is the I would have been your daddy skull, just for the change in dialogue, and gonna go ahead and get started here with the first mission. Some of the cutscenes that are not skippable, or if I need to take a break or something, I will leave in, but most of the cutscenes I'm going to skip just to work straight on the gameplay itself. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and check out how brutal this game can be on Legendary. Now, for the purposes of uploading these videos to YouTube for anyone to check out who may have missed the live stream, I will leave the entire video in. That's why I'm breaking the stream up into parts, simply because of the fact that it's going to take a long time to beat all of this game. So, yeah. But that's why if you see me die and restart, I'm not going to go through the process of making a segmented run. It's just going to be the entire game, and you are going to have to take your time, so you will see me fall back and really start to work on these enemies from a distance, since it is on Legendary and you die extremely quickly. I'm also at a little bit of a disadvantage because normally I don't play with the comment section of Twitch up, but I do have that page open at the moment on my console, so if you want to join, I will be able to see the comments. Oh, almost got killed there. Kind of order my team to go ahead and advance a little bit while I deal with that jackal. And the AI is not very good in this game at all, but hey, that's all we have to deal with. Got a ton more enemies, crawlers and such. And I don't know if they killed that knight. They actually did. Kind of surprised there. Hey, I'll take any help I can get, though. Crawlers' heads can be a little bit difficult to hit, so don't be surprised if you don't hit them. That's completely normal. Go ahead and get me some of those Promethean grenades.
Move up. Forerunner soldiers.
Those guys you don't have to be worried about too much because they just teleport away. At this point, my pistol's almost out of ammo though, so I'd rather have a suppressor. And pretty much the whole point of me doing this is I really want that achievement for the completing the entire game on Legendary Solo. So at this point we're going to be running with the suppressor, and I'll continue to keep my battle rifle as long as possible. Suppressor mainly to strip the armor of these guys, and then the battle rifle to finish them off.
Move smart. Fire with a purpose.
Go ahead and take full advantage of the fact that I actually have a team, which the AI isn't fantastic for the Spartans. When you're playing with a couple players or two players, it doesn't work out as well, but they actually listen to you better when you're playing by yourself, so that makes a considerable difference. And you'll definitely see me reloading a lot, and backing off and switching weapons and all that good stuff, because these guys will really kill you extremely quickly. So always want to keep the Promethean weapons topped off, which if you're not familiar with it, the Promethean weapons, basically what they do is they shred through armor. They're not very good against flesh, so you don't really want to use them against unarmored targets, But for the purposes of taking out cores and stripping armor, they're very good at that. So that's why we're using them currently against all of these Prometheans. Now, my team kind of has got a few Prometheans behind them, so we're going to get our shields back here at the moment. And I'm actually going to mark the crawler and have my team try and take out that crawler, because I have another one that decided to run up next to me. That's one reason why I do like the suppressor, is it has a bit of auto tracking to every shot. And I need to get another weapon, so it looks like we'll be using the nearest thing at hand, which will be that bolt shot, the pistol, which is also pretty good at dealing with the Prometheans. Not too bad at dealing with crawlers. Not very good at distance, though, which is kind of what I'm running into at the moment. Of course, my teammates are down. No real surprise there. They're up in the fight, and the AI is not very good. At least you don't run into Watchers yet, because, man, if we had Watchers, that would not be fun. So go ahead and get up here and see if I can't get a little bit of a better shot, at least on this guy here. And that's why I really like the Promethean pistol, is for a pistol, it does pretty massive damage, surprisingly. Like, you wouldn't think that it would do as much damage as it actually does. And just wait for this guy to stick his head out. Actually give him a grenade. He didn't want to stick his head out, so oh well. See if I can't get any other takers instead. Maybe get rid of this guy right there. If I can get rid of him with the suppressor, and I'll go ahead and take that light rifle, because the light rifle is a much better distance weapon. And of course got a checkpoint, because who doesn't love checkpoints? One enemy. There we go. And yep. Alright, just had to double check that it was set right. So got my teammates back now, which is awesome. Gonna grab a little bit more light rifle ammo before we get involved here. Nope, got hit by that light rifle. You're definitely gonna be jumping back and forth between cover quite a bit at the time, because they will strip your shields incredibly quickly. Basically on Legendary, your shields falter at the faintest amount of damage. So you definitely want to play it safe and take your time directing your teammates to engage enemies that you have hopefully already stripped their armor off of. Which right now we're dealing with the Promethean soldiers. They're the new addition to the army of Prometheans. Very, very annoying because they teleport so much. And they're also clad in armor, though their armor doesn't regenerate like shields do, so that's a pretty nice thing right there. Unless there's Watchers, like I mentioned earlier. If you have Watchers, Watchers can actually regen their armor, and the AI is really good in the fact that they will flank you, and I was unable to hit that little crawler. I don't know if Val or any of my team can get to me. I'm guessing they probably can't, so I might have to restart from the checkpoint there. So, first death already. Not too happy about that, but it's kind of to be expected at this point because of the fact that you're on Legendary, and like I said earlier, the AI not the best. They also added another thing to this game. They brought back being de-scope, so when you take damage, you're knocked out of your scope. And it might seem like a little thing, but it's really major when you're playing on higher difficulties, because you can't sit back and snipe from a distance. So it's very annoying. It gets on my nerves quite a bit.
Move, double time.
Solid copy. Made it.
There we go. Now we can move up a bit. I don't have the tracking at the moment on that guy. We're just gonna take our time. And the Prometheans have light rifle, which the light rifle is a bit ridiculous. At least my teammates are up here with me now, so that'll make life a little bit easier. And I have the armor knocked off of that guy. We'll kill him. The light rifle is very good at targeting cores, even though it's a Promethean weapon, and I know I said don't use Promethean weapons to target cores, but it's incredibly effective at that because of its pinpoint damage. It's very accurate, and it delivers a very extremely high damage cartridge on target. So that's a bonus there. Most definitely a bonus. And I don't want to go down from that guy at the moment. One of my teammates ran off there already. No real surprise. Actually order them to target that soldier, and maybe with any luck, they might not die. But just in case they do, I'm going to go ahead and get my shields back here. Alright, got another soldier down. And just make sure none are right below me, which they are. But that guy doesn't have any armor, so he'll be easier to take out.
On my mark.
Roger.
And kind of hard to get them to actually target the enemy because they keep teleporting around, and that is rather annoying. Go ahead and leave that guy to be targeted by my teammates. They should be able to kill him without much of a problem. Have my teammates target the crawler. That's going to be something that you use a lot, is having your teammates target enemies for you so that you can focus on other enemies or basically hit an enemy's weak point. Incredibly useful. There's a carbine right here. There's also a data pad right here if you haven't gotten that. I already got that one, but I figured I'd let you guys see what it is. And we're gonna go ahead and flank this guy and miss the assassination because of his teleport, but that's okay. I was just trying to save a bit of ammo there, and it didn't work out too well. But I have more light rifle. This mission's not too terribly bad. There's a skull over that way. Not going to worry about that right now.
I noticed in the briefing Dr. Halsey lost her left arm. When did that happen?
Jewel did it. No idea when or why.
Reckon it wasn't an argument, or he'd have cut off her head instead of her arm.
Let's see. This should do it.
Yeah, back to having full ammo. And of course, more Promethean weapons.
Locke, listen to this. They're assaulting the back of the temple. Bring in the Kraken.
Kraken sighted!
Hold position. Buy more time. Jewel's getting desperate. How'd you learn to speak Sangheili, Vale? When I was a kid, I was stuck on a diplomatic shuttle that drifted into space for 6 months. My options would be real bored or spend the time getting smart.
Our destination is on the other side of this battlefield.
Now,
Watch
at this
out for the
battle,
Kraken. The company
you
are
actually
trying to use it
have
to break the Promethean line.
2 options, and option 1 is to fight everything. Option 2 is to basically only fight the Prometheans. And there's actually an achievement for that, but that achievement is only has to be done on Heroic. So it's kind of one of those things that I recommend that you actually do on Heroic, and we're not going to go for it at the moment because that Kraken has really big guns on it, and I don't feel like dying to those guns at this moment. Maybe another time, but not right now. So we're going to use the light rifle to just pick off enemies, which I wish the light rifle was a little bit stronger, but if you don't get core shots or precision shots with it, it doesn't work very well. And that right there is a splinter turret, so this is your first introduction to the splinter turret, and it basically can kill you in 2 hits, so you really have to be very, very careful with it, and that's why we're trying to engage it now from a distance, and at the very least destroy the turret, if not destroy the turret and kill the person operating it, which in this case would be a soldier.
Osiris, help that Spartan.
And I don't know, you know what, I'll try and revive Buck, because actually having your teammates is kind of a pretty big deal in this in solo, because you don't really have much cover and you don't have many shields. There's also these ice walls which you can break through. There's really not much of a point in doing so. You can climb up. That's basically the only thing, is they give you a weapons cache, which is more light rifle, and they give you a bit of a better vantage point. So in a way, yeah, on Legendary they're worth it. On Easy, it's kind of just a matter of run right up the center through everything. Actually kind of disappointed. Now I know on Twitch I don't really have a lot of followers because I don't do live streams all that often, so I was hoping to pick up a few more followers with Halo, but so far no luck, unfortunately. So my comments is normally pretty quiet. Might get a few people in here chatting, kind of hope I do. It makes doing the solo runs more fun. And not sure, yep, that would be a soldier. So, got him. And they do like to use their teleport ability. They like to actually abuse that teleport ability is what they like to do. If it was only that easy to get rid of a Kraken. So while you have this little path here, you basically get another point, another better vantage point that you have, and you can use to engage those enemies with. Okay, my body was just like kind of floating there for some reason.
I'm up. Thanks.
That's why it's important to keep your Spartans alive, because they will help you out. At least a fair amount, maybe not as much as I would like, but they will help you out, so. And at this point, we're gonna eliminate everything. It's very important you even eliminate the crawlers, because crawlers are deadly now on Legendary. In the other games, you could get away with fighting one crawler, or even a couple of crawlers. They wouldn't bring you down. But on this game, even a couple crawlers will bring you down, and they'll bring you down extremely quickly. So, I'm gonna eliminate all of that guy's armor and run back for some more light rifle ammo, which you will be doing this a lot. You will be going back and forth for ammo, because ammo is life, and you need it. A lot of ammo, that is. There are plenty of light rifles all around this map, which allow you to get into position to take out specifically that second splinter turret, because that splinter turret is just ridiculous and will shred you in a matter of a couple hits, as you've seen. Now, I kind of wish that the AI would take it upon themselves to shoot at enemies, but they really don't, unless you're extremely close to the enemy or you actually mark the target, like I just did. I marked the target, and of course I marked that target, and another soldier decided that he would teleport back here behind me. They do that a lot. They're actually relatively smart in the fact that they will teleport away from a losing battle, and they will teleport behind you to try and flank you. So yeah, they're not pushovers, that's for sure. Now, I had sent my Spartans previously up in there, and it doesn't look like they did a very good job. It looks like they went down. And of course we have that other splinter turret. So at this point I have to be very careful, and I don't want to die at this point. We'll eliminate that splinter turret and then start working on those couple soldiers. Now, your Spartans can die literally as many times as they want to. That doesn't affect you. They respawn relatively quickly. They respawn faster than players respawn, which is something interesting, because I was doing this earlier with a friend, and yeah, it took a lot longer to respawn for the players than it does to respawn for the actual AI teammates. So a nice, neat little fact there. And you'll get some pretty interesting dialogue from these guys as well. Don't be afraid of using the Promethean grenades to force these enemies to back up, because you don't really want to fight them in close proximity. If you fight them at really close range, they'll insta-kill you with their melee. So I'll get my shields back, order Buck to attack, hopefully take this guy down before he takes me down. And switch back to the light rifle. And there we go. So gonna go ahead and grab weapons. Got my teammates back, and gonna order one of them to pick up that light rifle, because having the Promethean weapons is better than having regular UNSC weapons at the moment. Also, these splinter turrets are awesome, and you can go ahead and grab a splinter turret. Now, you can try and order them to pick up turrets, but sadly that doesn't work, because that would just be insanely overpowered to actually have your teammates carrying splinter turrets. But I got a couple of them carrying, well, light rifles now, so that'll be pretty helpful with this next part. You do move slower with the splinter turret, but it's well worth bringing the extra firepower with you.
Well, I could stand up break a little faster if you ask me.
And the next room that you come into, there's a data pad in here. There's also more containers with light rifle and suppressor. So data pad's right here. Pretty simple thing. And I already have it because it's like really easy, but if you don't have it. Next step, and this is your first encounter with Knights, this is why I brought the splinter turret, because it's ridiculous. So Knights normally are, well, pretty fearsome, and in this case I have a splinter turret, so this definitely levels the fight, at least in this room, and that's why I brought the splinter turret. Now what you want to do is mainly just use the splinter turrets for Knights. Don't really use it on crawlers and soldiers. It's not worthwhile. In that case, either get your teammates to kill them, or basically switch weapons if you can switch weapons fast enough. I was unable to drop the turret at that point fast enough to actually get the crawler, so go ahead and order my teammates to attack that crawler and wait for my shields to come back. And then we'll go back to trying to kill this Knight, which Knights are normally armed with either the scatter shot or the incineration cannon. Either one of those two weapons is very bad for your health. So that's why we're using the weapon that we're using, which is the splinter turret. Now, I got 5 shots left for the splinter turret, so I'm actually gonna hold on to those for now. And you can shoot the glowing cores, especially with a weapon like the light rifle, and just strip those cores extremely quickly. So that is another way that you can deal with Knights if you didn't happen to bring a splinter turret with you, or if you run out of ammo for the splinter turret, especially when you're playing on Legendary. Like, I just ran out of ammo for the splinter turret. So now I'm gonna hope that my teammates will focus on him. And as you can see, it's kind of a one-hit melee from them, and you're in a pretty serious situation after that. So I'm going to run away and then target his core. And one shot from the light rifle in the core should be enough to actually kill the Knight. So they're not too terribly hard to deal with. And that's basically it for that mission. So pretty quick mission, not super difficult. Does take a little bit longer than maybe I would like, because I did die there once, but you know, hey, that's kind of to be expected for Legendary.
Discuss the finer points of casual reconciliation.
More human sarcasm.
So you have learned something from me, Julie.
You claim to be able to access.
And I can. However, I did not claim to be able to access it instantaneously.
Now, it is a pretty cool cutscene, so I don't mind, but sadly, it's unskippable at the moment, so we're gonna leave this cutscene in
Your fingers are
and
in
let you guys
rebellion,
see.
Han.
Enough!
Ain't good looking.
Eyes on target. This location does not serve my needs. When she makes another transmission, I must
I
triangulate.
tire of this, Doctor. You have been chasing shadows for weeks to no avail.
Yeah, if only our light rifles were that strong. Take out an elite in one shot, that would be awesome. Pretty badass that you just took down an elite with
Dr.
a
Olson.
knife. I mean,
Captain Lasky would
that's
like
pretty sick.
It took you long enough.
Fire Team Osiris, you are cleared to land in Docking Bay 11.
Captain Lasky, I sent you my position 3 weeks ago. I told you this was happening.
We'll discuss that in private, Doctor. Palmer.
What has she done? How far has it already gone?
Good work, Osiris.
What do you think that's about?
Alright, here's our first mission, which is Blue Team. First mission as Chief.
What do we know about Argent Moon?
Coney Research Station. Went dark 19 months ago. Last week, Kegyar scavengers found it and sold the find to Jul Dama's people.
We clear the Covenant and return this station to Oni.
Fastest route to retrieval is to seize central control. Eliminate hostiles between here and there, and deactivate gravity and life support systems.
Ship data center is just ahead. We can pull down Argent Moon schematics there.
This is a longer level, definitely more dangerous than other levels. It's going to take longer to complete this level than it did to complete the previous level because this level is a lot more difficult. Now, since we'll be taking on elites, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a plasma pistol, come back here and grab those couple frags. Nothing over there that I actually want, though. Use the Magnum to full advantage, which is gonna be to take on these grunts. So that's basically the whole purpose of the plasma pistol there. Make sure I have Magnum ammo. But we're going to be using that age-old combo of plasma pistol and then actually shooting with the Magnum to bring down the elites. Sadly, on Legendary, they dodge and they definitely have stronger shields. So it can be, well, it is more of a challenge. It's not that it can be more of a challenge. It definitely is more of a challenge. So do keep that in mind we're going to go ahead and use those plasma grenades that I had. Order the Spartans to move up while I get ammo and a new plasma pistol. Which you're going to be doing this a lot. You're going to be looking for weapons. Not necessarily a needler, but I want that plasma pistol. And I got 2 more plasma grenades. That's very helpful. Go ahead and let the rest of my Spartans deal with these guys right here. Because there was only literally 2 jackals, so it shouldn't be a big deal for 3 Spartans, you would think.
Data center.
We've got a complete set of datasec keys for the station.
Datasec entry accepted.
Access the data banks. Grab the data and current population map.
Should be a straight shot to central control through the assembly bay ahead. There's still prowlers in the hangar bays. Nobody from Oni got out of here alive, did they?
No.
Let's go.
Elevator here.
Central control straight across this bay.
Everything's ripped up.
They must be stripping that experimental ship for parts.
Scavengers, taking what supplies they can find. The Covenant's war against the Arbiter must not be going well.
Jul Mdama is a lot of things, but he's no prophet.
So this is your first chance to get a shotgun. I don't particularly want it. On Legendary, it's not that useful, so we're going to skip it. But there is a lot of ammo for the shotgun and SMGs on this map. There is another weapon later in the map that we might want. Now, this is kind of difficult because the first thing you do is you fall into this big firefight. And there's assault rifles and all kinds of goodies on the ground for you if you choose to pick them up. So there's definitely plenty of ammo. It's just going to take a little while to pull off because you're going to have to move from cover to cover. I'm going to get the rest of blue team to go over there so that hopefully I can get a decent shot off on an elite or 2 and bring them down. Now you'll see that right now my AI teammates are actually doing something by shooting at the enemy, which is a miracle because I was playing earlier and they really didn't do anything, so I wasn't too happy with them. Go ahead and get that fresh plasma pistol here, charge, and bring down that elite, because the elites are pretty much the biggest threat to you at the moment. I don't see where that other guy went. I'm stripping battery power, so I will just use this plasma pistol till it's exhausted. The plasma pistol is not very good at stripping shields, so I wouldn't recommend that you continue to use that. I'm going to fall back now and start sniping the jackals, because the jackals have a storm rifle, which means about, usually on average, 4 shots, and you'll be dead. So yeah, that's why we don't want to really go up there and get into a nice close quarters combat with those jackals, at least not right now. There's plenty of magnums on the ground, which means plenty of additional ammunition. And we'll have another plasma pistol that's almost fully charged, so that'll come in handy. Get the grunt because he has a needler, and that's kind of going to be your go-to shit, is headshots. Like, headshots are extremely important, especially on Legendary, so you pretty much always want to use headshots. Try and avoid dying due to plasma grenades, because it's not fun. And there's an elite right there, so we can go ahead and do what we've been doing before, which it might be a little bit of a cheap tactic, but it's a very effective tactic. And I really don't want to die, so I'm going to go with the effective tactic, and I don't really care if it's cheap or not. So marking that last elite for my teammates to assault, and I'm going to try and bring down his shields, which actually, surprisingly, my teammates did that for me, so pretty awesome on that. Props to them. Plenty of dead Oni, and another shotgun right there, so don't really want it. As you can see, there's no close range combat in this area, or practically no close range combat. there's a Hydra launcher right here, which is a pretty cool weapon, but we're not going to use that at the moment. We actually want this DMR, but not before expending my pistol ammunition to go ahead and wipe out those grunts. So next step would be to pick up the DMR, and we're going to make slow but sure work of these jackals. And want to stay back and work from a distance because, well, every time you get hit, you get knocked out of your scope. And it only takes about 4 shots from a storm rifle to kill you. So, yeah. Try and conserve ammo. I wasted some ammo there because the jackals teleport around a lot, and that does make it more difficult to hit them. You don't have to worry too much about grunts, but it is a good idea if you kill them. It doesn't take usually a lot of ammo to kill them, so that's why we're just going through and basically headshotting the majority of the stuff here. I will be falling back for more ammunition in a couple minutes. Basically, once I exhaust nearly all the ammunition for this particular DMR, I'm going to fall back for some more DMR ammo. You'll notice there's more jackals back there. I'm going to make sure that everything that I can see from this point is dead, so I make the most of my retreat for more DMR ammo. Which, at this point, you can't really jump to it. I wish you could. It would make life a little easier. But you come up here, and you can kind of see what used to be like a firefight. Well, these skeletons that apparently used to be Oni. And, yeah. So, really fun, really interesting. Graphics are pretty cool. I'm actually going to order one of my teammates to pick up that Hydra launcher and see if they do it. So that's actually really cool. Fred picked up the Hydra launcher. And that's a good tactic that you can use to get teammates to carry weapons for you, as well as just to make them a little bit more dangerous. Because, yeah, being dangerous is a good thing. Definitely a Hydra launcher is more dangerous in their hands when they have infinite ammunition than in my hands. And kind of just going to kill the grunts as they jump up. Mainly using your team to your advantage is probably your biggest skill set here. And that's just because your teammates can do so much damage. Now you do have to be careful because the jackals sometimes will come for you, and so you have to be ready for that, and they'll kill you. They'll kill you in one melee if they get that melee off. So do be careful.
Take these coordinates.
And gonna order my team to move up again. Get the new plasma pistol. You'll notice there's another elite. And try and take that jackal out before he notices me. Should be one more grunt. At least I think that was a grunt right there. Gonna mark the elite for my teammates, because he's pretty much the biggest threat right now. Kind of wish my one teammate would go ahead and snipe that elite, but he doesn't want to, so I'm wasting plasma battery because I can't get a good shot. But that's okay. It's not all too bad. There's a new plasma pistol right there.
Central control is through those doors.
This can't be too bad, right? Guess I was wrong. Kind of wish I had a flashlight at this point.
She was gone.
I watched her die. We have a mission to focus on.
You have another shotgun, which is another option. You can take the shotgun, but I don't really like it that much.
There's an elevator we can use, but access is 4 levels down.
Mark a path. Hostile contact. My target is down.
And basically, it's okay to assassinate the grunts. It's kind of funny. So, I'm happy with assassinating them. Get a checkpoint right here. And try and do this quietly. Just meleeing the grunts, because every grunt you kill with melee is one less grunt that you have to fight. So one less grunt to throw plasma grenades and shit at you. It also sometimes will give you a plasma pistol with 100% battery. Not always the case, but sometimes. Next thing you'll notice is the invisible elites. And sometimes you can get them with the plasma pistol. It can be rather difficult to do because of the fact that since they're invisible, they're hard to see. When I say hard to see, I mean like almost non-existent. And I'm going to try and revive Kelly because your teammates are your best weapon. Order them to revive Linda and grab a fresh plasma pistol.
Chief, what did Cortana say to you?
Not enough. Something about Meridian.
Meridian's a backwater. If she's active, what's she doing so far out on the frontier?
And that's why we kept the DMR out. There's just random suicide grunts around here. There's a plasma pistol with 100% battery, so pretty happy on that one. And whatever that was. You'll find another one right there. And there should be one more that comes in that corridor. Go ahead and order my teammates to engage the Jackal. They should be able to kill him without too much problem. And there's another suicide grunt. Which you'll notice that grenades that are dropped on the ground don't explode by other grenades. So that's... I don't know, sometimes it can be good and sometimes it can be bad because, well, it doesn't kill you, but you can't use it to kill enemies either.
Got a lot of ground left to cover. We should keep moving down.
No way to really do this part quietly, unfortunately. So go ahead and order them to target that Jackal. And there's Fred using the Hydra that I had him pick up, which is pretty cool. Now I do need to save some of my ammo because, well, yeah, it's kind of not fun what we have right there. Which it's very hard to target the invisible elites, but yeah, you need to kill him. And of course you have SMGs and all that.
A weapon like that would just slow me down.
Oh, it's just funny. Some weapons your teammates refuse to pick up, like they just flat out will not pick them up.
Covenant ships exiting slip space.
We're outnumbered here, Chief. A few thousand to one.
Surrendering Argent Moon is not an option.
Neither is fighting half the Covenant in close
So we'll see what we can get here. Zero, almost out of ammo for the DMR, so we're actually going to take the battle rifle instead. And they have a battle rifle. She has a pistol. Let's see if I can't get her to take this DMR.
The reactor is below the lab just ahead. We can use air ducts to travel.
Come on, Linda, take that DMR. Okay, so see, at least now Linda has a better ranged weapon. Kelly has a shotgun and a pistol, but I can't really get her to pick up anything else because it would slow her down. So, yeah.
Green 5 clearance accepted. Authorizing entry. There's chatter about Joel M. Dahmer on Covenant comms. The new arrivals say he's dead.
Somebody cut the head off the Covenant. Bravo.
hunters.
They're strong, but slow. Use the lab equipment to keep above them and out of their reach.
Now we have two options with the hunters. There is an achievement for ignoring these guys until the hangar fight. Not so sure that that's the best idea right now, but I'm gonna attempt it. So in order to attempt it, you basically want to use the upper ledges to your advantage until you get right here, and then you can actually open this little core thing and you kind of use it for cover between you and the hunters, and then jump down the hole.
Comms went dead. Regroup.
Reactor room is just ahead. I can light this fuse and bolt.
So hopefully get my Spartans to follow me. Hoping Fred kept his weapons. Did Fred make it down the hole? Yes, he did. Good job, Fred. So that's part one of the achievement done. Now for a very annoying room, which as you've seen, I literally just came in here and got sniped in the face by that jackal. And you do have jackals with beam rifles, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pick off as many of these enemies as possible. Again, remember it's about 4 shots and you go down from a storm rifle. Usually 2 or 3 from a turret, and there are plasma turrets here, so you have to watch out for those. Not sure if I'll get a headshot on him. Nope, no headshot. Alright, so we'll be jumping down now.
Controls are on the far side of the room.
And first priority is the elite. That's why he's marked. And actually going to give a couple frags up there, mainly just to force him out of cover. Also, try and get them off of Frederick there, which did not work out quite as planned. So, order them to revive Frederick. Nope, that's not going to happen. Linda's down. Okay, I really want to get Frederick back up because he had that Hydra and I don't want to lose that weapon. So I'll go ahead and then order him to revive Linda and order them to regroup back here with me. Well, actually, now they're going to have to take out that guy, so.
Blue team.
Okay.
Linda, are you down or what are you doing? Not entirely sure there. Take it slow, getting another plasma grenade. Coming up into this area.
Take this position.
Move my team into position here. And the jackals are easy enough to deal with the battle rifle, so we're going to use the battle rifle to deal with the jackals. It's the elites that are a bit more difficult, as you can see, because he has a beam rifle. So first thing I want to do is neutralize the elites that are on turrets, and just keep an eye out for the jackal with the beam rifle, because he's a real bitch. Move up enough to take out that elite. Oh crap, got hit by the plasma turret again. Hopefully Frederick can get me up before I completely die. So order him to get back. Not entirely sure why my Spartan is up there, but you know, hey, I guess they kind of each do their own things, sort of. Like, the AI is helpful sometimes, and then other times the AI just kind of sucks. So again, we're basically just going to be sitting here shooting these guys off the turrets. And there was that beam rifle. Try and get a better shot on that elite that's on the turret right there. He has a lot of shields there, that guy on that turret. Not anymore, he doesn't. So, pretty much used up all the battle rifle ammo right there, which means I'm going to switch to this Magnum and see what kind of damage I can do with the Magnum. Try and get maybe one more enemy down. See if I can get that one elite right there. Magnum really isn't meant for doing this kind of sniping work, but you know what? Sometimes you have to improvise. And focusing here on trying to take those guys out. Going to be almost out of ammo again here. So that means back to the battle rifle. And go ahead and get them to target that elite. I wish I could order like Frederick to use his Hydra, because that would be incredibly helpful.
Engage the elite.
But sadly you can't do that. Like, you can't do that degree of giving orders. Otherwise that would just be so much fun. Like, it would make having your team of Spartans literally like the most powerful thing in the Halo universe if you could do that. But you can't. So ordering my team to focus on them. I'm going to try and take out that Jackal so he can't kill me. Have my plasma pistol charged, which will drop his shields, and then drop him. So yeah. Now I really could use some more ammo, so I'm going to let my Spartans fight and just take a quick look around this room and see if there happens to be any more battle rifle ammo here. I don't think there is, but then again, I haven't done a really good search of this room either, so bear with me guys for just a minute while I take a quick look for more bullets. Bullets are life, bullets are love. And I don't think I'm gonna have any more bullets, so not much love, not much life. Oh well, we'll take the carbine instead actually. So in a pinch, the carbine works pretty well. It can be fired faster than the battle rifle, which is nice, but it doesn't do as much damage as the battle rifle. So pros and cons. There's also a beam rifle here, which would be nice, but I'm not going to pick it up at the moment. Well, actually, I will take that beam rifle. For the next part, it'll be pretty handy to have. And target the elite. Frederick was using the Hydra against the elite, so that worked out pretty well. Order them to go ahead and target this Jackal. That worked out really well.
Initiate the overload.
We'll take a plasma turret and kind of leave it right there. See if this beam rifle has more ammo. It actually does have more ammo. I'm gonna see if I can't get somebody to... nope. I'd rather have you have the Hydra. Okay, that actually works out better. I got Kelly with the Hydra and I have Frederick with the beam rifle. So I have some really good firepower that I'm bringing with me at this point. And I'm gonna take this turret with me.
Move for the hangar bay. Containment.
The station's going to try to cool the reactor.
I guess the UNSC is better reactor safety protocol than the Covenant.
We can stop that. Board the reactor.
Board the reactor?
If it's being moved, we should go with it.
And because, yeah, let's just follow the reactor. I mean, that seems like a good idea. So I gave Frederick a beam rifle, and Linda's got a DMR. Kelly's got a Hydra. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. Linda's got her Norfang. I have a beam rifle.
How do we stop it?
Now, the problem in this area is... it sucks. There's not much else to say about this area, but it sucks. And I'm gonna let my team do as much as possible, which at this point isn't gonna be a whole lot. But I basically need them to go that way. That's the direction that we have to go. But there's banshees. 2 banshees that you have to deal with in particular. And then, of course, all the grunts and everything that are in your way, which you can use carbine or basically anything you want against the grunts. Try and order my teammates to go ahead and attack this banshee, because we really need to bring it down. There's actually 2 banshees, so we need to bring both of them down. And giving Frederick that Hydra, or no, Kelly has the Hydra, Frederick has a beam rifle at the moment. That was actually a really good decision on my part. Gonna order them to shoot at that banshee now, while I shoot at these grunts. Maybe shoot my teammate in the process too, if she runs in front of me again. Not entirely sure where these guys are going. I guess they're going down there, but well, that's because the Banshee decided that it was going to go over there. I'm going to order these guys to regroup with me.
Shades are still closed on those coolant pipes. Find a way to open them.
And basically, no more. Sadly, no more on that weapon, which now means using my carbine and just taking it slow, very slow. Order them to engage the elite, which it would be nice if Linda would use her sniper rifle to engage the elite, but for some reason she just wants to run up in its face. I mean, hey, why not? It works, right? Well, I mean, it sort of works. You can bust through here and you'll notice that you have rocket launcher. So that's a nice benefit for what comes next. But for now, we need to take a little bit of a proactive step, which is going to be eliminating the grunts and at least the elite from where we have to go. And that's why I brought the beam rifle. So both sides, go ahead and eliminate the elite. Elites will do the most damage to you. Grunts, not so much of a problem. Definitely a threat, but not so much of a problem. At this point, I'm going to take a rocket launcher. And then actually order one of my teammates to take the other rocket launcher that has 2 rounds in it. But rocket launcher is one of those weird weapons that they just will not pick up. Why? No idea. Next step is to fly down to here. And park a Banshee. Relatively awkwardly, but park it nonetheless.
Override controls.
Warning. Security shutters disengaged.
At this point, you're going to have enemies to deal with, because why not? And unfortunately, your teammates will not advance. They will not come into this room. It's kind of weird that they won't do that, but they won't for some reason. Now it's basically all up to me. I'm going to try and revive Kelly and hope that she gets Frederick. Oh my god, I'm going to die. I really don't want to redo this. Please revive me in time. Nope. I'm going to have to redo this. Prime example of how shitty the AI is in this game. So, yeah.
Perfect. Coolant system inner workings are exposed.
Eliminate the targets.
Gonna have to try and desperately take out these little jackals because my AI friends are useless. When I say useless, I mean like non-existent right now. Now I do believe I have another Banshee, or at least at some point in this level you will get 2 more Banshees that you have to shoot down. And they usually show up pretty quickly. Of course you have that Phantom, but we're not going to even attempt to shoot down the Phantom. Not now. Gonna take this fuel rod cannon and shoot at that vent to destroy it. So that's a quick thing that you can do, is actually use your rocket launcher weapons and stuff to go ahead and take out other vents. Kind of helpful. Maybe not the best strategy, but I like it better because it at least brings out the Banshee. And once you know that the Banshee's out, you can try and find it and order your teammates to shoot it down. Which Frederick is trying to shoot it down with a beam rifle. And we actually had another coolant core destroyed. Watch out for the falling debris.
Team, get on that hostile.
Nope. Don't want them to do that. My bad. Get another rocket on that coolant pipe.
Blue team, on my target.
Keep pressing the wrong thing. I want to see that vent. Don't know if I can hit it. Alright, these other vents, it looks like I'm gonna have to actually go flying for.
Bring down that Banshee.
So, order the team to take on that Banshee while I get 2 more rocket shells. And I'm not gonna get in a Banshee until I know that they've taken that one out. Now basically we'll get in a Banshee and pummel that coolant pipe and then drop off right here. This is, you could say, a pussy way of doing it, but it's a much safer way of doing it, because we literally only have a fraction of the enemy that we would normally have to do with by doing it this way, which at this point we just get here and order your teammates to get here, and yeah.
Banshees aren't fast enough to get clear of the reactor explosion.
Calling in the Pelican. No signal on autopilot retrieval. Armada must have taken it out.
Frederick, find the nearest hangar bay. We're taking a Prowler. There's the hangar entrance.
Prowler is just inside, through an airlock.
So funny that we actually did that, because that was a hell of a lot easier to do than it was doing it co-op. So I have a rocket launcher now. I mean, how cool is that? And Frederick has a beam rifle still. Kelly has her shotgun DMR. Not entirely sure what Linda has, because Linda's not with me at the moment, which is pretty weird, but you know, hey, why not?
The hangar's full of Covenant.
Clear them out. Prep for launch.
Do it quick. I'd rather not be here when the station melts around us.
Now, even though they say do it quick, it's not really a big deal. You can take your time, make sure that you have grenades, and there's not a lot of ammo around this area, this initial door, but there's enough to get the job done. Immediately, first priority is going to be grunts and going to be jackals. You do have heavy grunts, which are the grunts with the fuel rod cannon, so make sure the moment that you see one of those, you take them out. And kind of, yeah, just go through this very, very slowly, because you don't want to die at this point. There is a checkpoint that you get not too far from here, but there's just a lot of enemies in this room, and it's pretty difficult. So I'm going to order my Spartans to go over there, which should cause, yep, that heavy grunt to spawn. You've seen the little fuel rod blast down there, and kind of trying to get the grunts to come out a bit, since we're doing this the slower but safer way, which is the long distance sniping method. Occasionally get those grunts. We're just gonna take them out one by one, one headshot at a time. Not being afraid to retreat for more ammo. You do have a railgun right there, so you know you can use that. Not to be afraid of using power weapons, but right now there's kind of no point. Now the arm that elites have for chucking nades is just ridiculous. So order my teammates to go ahead and deal with him. And gonna have a couple more. Yep, there's a grunt heavy. Didn't get him in one shot or two. There we go. Third shot's the charm. There's gonna be one more knight, or not knight, sorry. What am I thinking? Fought too many Prometheans here. There's gonna be one more elite with a sword. So we're just gonna wait. Take your time. There's plenty of weapon crates around, hydras and all that other good stuff. Might actually have a teammate take
up that weapon.
this railgun, see if... Well, Frederick swapped his beam rifle for it, and give Linda the beam rifle. So I got a teammate with a railgun, a hydra, and a beam rifle. So that's really good, really heavy firepower. And of course, if they die with any of those weapons, you know, I can pick them up. It's not like the weapons are permanently gone. And I hear that elite. I don't see him, but I hear him, and that's not a good thing. So next step
Launch controls are here.
is a bit of a dangerous step, but launch controls, and then I have the rocket launcher, but what I want to do is I want to get the hell out of that area and get to an area that's a little bit better for me to hold up at, which is going to be this area. It's a little bit safer, and when I say little bit, I do mean little bit, as in barely safer. But since I've got my teammates with me here, and I gave them those really good weapons, we should be okay. We've got beam rifle, sniper rifle, railgun, hydra launcher, all kinds of big, powerful, beastie weapons. So, should be pretty good right now. As you can see, they're just unloading. Got Kelly unloading with her pistol, which is kind of weird. Frederick unloading with that railgun. They do kind of run in your way, but you know. And that's a hunter up here. Okay. So yeah, basically this is the thing. You have hunters. And the hunters are pretty ridiculous, not gonna lie. And you have more hunters than you would have normally, and that is due to the fact that there's those two hunters that we originally encountered in the lab. Well, they're back with a vengeance. As you can see, you know, hunter right there. Oh god, the jackal's gonna kill me. Okay, no he didn't, thank god, because that was an extremely close call there.
Kelly's down. Move to assist.
I'm fading.
Come on, I don't want to lose Kelly and her high-performance weapon. Gonna order my teammates to fall back because I don't want them right out there in the middle of the fray. So it's kind of funny that this Halo, it's equal parts your skill and then your skill at commanding your teammates as to where to go, what to do, what to shoot, and you know, what weapons to take. It's pretty cool that they added that aspect to it. I'm gonna take the storm rifle because I don't have anything else at the moment. Actually, the Magnum right here would be better. And now, just gonna look for the hunter and start to use my rocket launcher against him. That was just a random beam rifle shot. Nope, that hunter seen me. Alright, so of course, Covenant reinforcements inbound, not really good. Got to make sure that my teammates stay back and stay alive because, again, you're going to have more grunts and everything. I just got the achievement. I thought I'd lost you because that was apparently my teammate killed the actual, whatchamacallit, the hunter. So that was really, really good that my teammate killed the hunter. Now, unfortunately, Kelly's down. I'm going to try and order my teammates to pick her up. I don't know if they actually will pick her up or pick me up for that matter. I think we might have to redo that section. Yes, we will.
We got an elite.
Okay, not too bad. There was just a guy with a fuel rod, and the guy with the fuel rod won. So, yeah, kind of gotta keep an eye on that, which would be these little bastards right there. So I'll go ahead and use those 2 rockets that I had to eliminate them because they're a pretty major threat. And there's another hunter right there, but of course, as you can see, the jackal came to me, and yeah, I don't really like that. Come on, guys, regroup up here. Frederick was down there by himself for some unknown reason. I'm gonna go ahead and launch those rocket shells into that hunter down there just to get rid of him. I know it might not get rid of the hunter itself, but it allows me to pick up a better weapon now. So that would be, for me, I want to take the battle rifle. No! Oh my god, I couldn't get away from that. I hope my teammate can revive me. Maybe. Come on, Frederick. Yes, thank you, Frederick. Alright, so now work on removing all the small enemies. Absolutely crucial you get rid of all the small enemies first. And now is the time to target the hunter. Now, I really wish that they wouldn't necessarily charge in like that, because they take a massive amount of damage when they charge in. But hey, you know, it helps. It keeps the hunter from targeting me. Which at this point is exactly what I want, is I don't want the hunters to target me. So I'm going to go ahead and throw all the grenades that I have, order them to pick each other up, and go back to where we first seen this railgun, because there's actually 2 railguns in that crate, and that means that, well, shit, that teammate just went down. No! Wow, that was ridiculous right there. Like, that was just the absolute worst luck I could have possibly had. I literally had 2 hunter shots, and they just both landed right on me. Yeah, that was not good, but hey, you know, nothing that I can do about that at this moment. So yeah, we have a little bit of a delay, you know, set back a bit here. Not a big deal. We're gonna get it. If you did this without dying once, I would be very, very surprised. I would say you definitely need a cookie. Gold star to you. Order my damn teammates to get their asses back here. Actually, I want them to revive Linda because we don't want to lose all that heavy weapons. But I can't really do much because of all these elites. Kind of burst firing that weapon there. Make sure we get rid of the rest of these grunts. And of course, the arm. Again, the arm on the elites for tossing grenades at your face is just, well, it's pretty unbelievable. So, Saw's out of ammo. Linda's down, but they pretty much got that whole situation under control, so I'm taking this battle rifle right now. And I want to take out the elites first. because they're really annoying. But my entire team is going to go down from those hunters, which means I'm going to lose all my power weapons because, yeah, I gave them all power weapons, and now they're going to die with those power weapons due to the fact that they're really stupid, and there would be literally no way for me to get them at this moment.
We lost Linda. Get to cover.
With as quickly as the elite shields regenerate, it can be very hard to actually bring their shield completely down and kill them when you have literally so much shit shooting you in the face. And you have to watch out for them throwing plasma grenades clear across the room. So we're not going to do anything at the moment. We're going to get our shields back and just kind of play hide and seek here. Try and bring the elite shields down again. But the hunters now have a lock on me, so that's not good either. We'll grab a little more ammo. Kind of just wait for my teammates to respawn, because I can't even do anything with that fucking shot that hunter has. I honestly need a sniper rifle, but my teammates are the ones that had the sniper rifle and the beam rifle, so they're way down there. I think Frederick's back, which is pretty good. So I'll go ahead and order him to target the elite. And then to target the next elite. Which was just enough what I needed to go ahead and shoot him in the head. So now ordering them to take on the hunters, which is probably most likely going to get us all killed. Yep. Fucking hell. Oh my god, this fight is stupid. The AI is stupid. The AI is useless in this game. Basically, they cannot go down. If these guys go down, we're fucked. So yeah, there are a couple attempts that are going to be in this video because I'm just going to leave them there and show you how ridiculous this is. Kind of just going to hide and cover all day. Cover all day. On Legendary, yes, cover is definitely all day. Kind of funny, I gave Linda that beam rifle, and she's actually using the beam rifle more than she uses her Norfang, which is her custom sniper rifle that she loves so much, and she's not using. So order them to get each other up, because I don't want to fuck with it. Order them to retreat. I'll just deal with the grunt. Got 2 rockets. Done.
Prowler is ready.
Board now, blue team.
So there we go. Pretty epic, actually. That got right through that.
Time, Linda.
89 seconds.
Sierra 117 to Infinity. Argent Moon scuttled. I've reassigned blue team. Destination Meridian. Potential contact from Cortana.
Negative 117. Another team is already being prepped to deal with her.
What the hell?
You're to return to Infinity immediately.
Negative, Infinity. I don't like it.
Whoever they are, let's get to Meridian before they do.
Kelly, no.
No need to do this by yourself, Chief.
They won't court-martial all of us, right?
So the way I figured it is I had a few viewers here and there, but it's getting a bit long. I'm going to leave the cutscene in here, and then I'm going to actually go ahead and end the live stream at this point. I'll do another one perhaps a bit later, and hopefully you guys will tune in, say hi. I'll upload the full content of this broadcast, and if you missed the live stream, you can go view it on my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching, and have fun.
Cortana is no longer an asset, Captain. She is a danger. She has access to the Forerunner domain, a galaxy-spanning network
Cortana's
that
alive?
allows her to control whatever devices caused this damage.
How is she?
Master Chief believes she contacted him.
No, John must not speak to her.
He's gone in search of her.
You let him go?
How is
Nobody lets the chief do anything. He does what he wants.
Until 0631 this morning, when he was declared absent without leave.
This isn't about the Master
John
Chief.
is not equipped emotionally to deal with her as a threat.
Hey! Is anyone gonna answer me?
You're out of line, Roland.
Yes, sir, but so is everyone else. You created Cortana, Doc, and now you're throwing her out the airlock with these accusations.
Roland.
You think she tricked the Master Chief into abandoning his post? Respectfully, sir, to what end? Why is Cortana the problem? Because she refused to die when she was supposed to?